In the Netherlands, with populations growing, pressure on finding burial space in cemeteries is intensifying. Cremation has been a helpful option for this issue. However, for those who prefer to be buried in soil, it is interesting to see where their body is actually going and what options are left for these families. Here is Rob Duckers, who is the Assistant Director for Administration and Management at the Emerson College European Center at Kasteel-Wel, the Netherlands. Rob specializes in medieval church treasures and was able to tell me the traditional system for burial options in the Netherlands.
Well, I mean, as you know, the Netherlands is quite a small country, and there is already a lack of space, so you won't really see that there will be more cemeteries being built. So we have to do with the space that we have, which has caused this system to grow, which basically means that it's up to you what you want to do with your remains, so to speak. You can either purchase a grave plot, and even when I say purchase, it just means that there's a guarantee that you will be buried there for at least 100 years. After that, it really depends on your family. If they still want to pay for that particular plot, then your remains can be buried there. If not, then they'll be exhumed and put in a separate part of the cemetery where they put everybody together. There's also an option to rent a particular plot, and depending on the municipality where you belong to, that can be 15 years or 25 years. And then after such a period, the family again has to decide whether they want to rent that plot for another period. And again, if they decided not to do it, then that plot gets exhumed and basically becomes free again for the next person to be buried there.
This is Frans van Heipert, the manager of the cemeteries of St. Peter's Chair Parish at Antioch. On a Sunday afternoon in October, Mr. Heipert showed me around the Catholic cemetery at St. Petrus Church in Eindhoven, which was established in 1875.
Het aantal mensen wat hier begraven ligt is ongeveer 2000. Maar er liggen er natuurlijk veel meer. Want de mensen die hier begraven zijn, blijven hier. Die worden niet opgegraven en naar een verzamelput gebracht. Bij het hergebruiken van een graf maken wij alles leeg. De resten die we nog vinden begraven we op diezelfde plaatsdieper. Dus het aantal mensen overschrijdt ruim die 2000. Maar in alle waarschijnlijkheid is het misschien wel het dubbele.
However, even though space in Dutch cemeteries is becoming more scarce every day, there have been several changes in burials and traditions due to the modernization of society. This is Dr. Tony Robbins, professor of anthropology at Utrecht University. Dr. Robbins has been a research fellow at Harvard University and has published several books on his extensive studies about death, mourning, and burials. Here, Dr. Robbins shared with me how burials have been changing in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I think the most important changes are that, first of all, secularization. So what used to be religious burials have now become secular burials. Secondly, there's been a shift from burying people in soil to cremating. And I think the third shift would be that the number of people who participate in a funeral, in a funerary ritual, is become smaller and smaller to the family members and some friends around it, and maybe some colleagues. And I think those are the major switches. So if you would go to a funeral here in this country 50 years ago, there would be many more people participating. There would be, let's say they're Christian, there would be a mass or a religious service, and the whole group would go to the cemetery and have also a ritual there.
While space is still running out in cemeteries across the Netherlands, the Dutch system of renting graves seems to have the perfect balance of both practicality and respect when dealing with burying their dead. This is Sabrina Silos for Emerson College.